Exercise.
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 Decent.
Decent. それなりにきちんとした。Decent.
Adolescence.
Adolescence. Adolescence. 思春期。ああ、そんなことだな。
Adolescence.
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 As a kid, I enjoyed exercise and being outdoors. During my adolescence, I managed to convince my parents to let me travel around America solo. Slightly after that, I spent approximately 6 months in Europe, where, as fate would have it, I became enthusiastic about engineering. All the excellent European machinery, monuments, and roads really impressed me. They released the passion inside of me to build stuff. Since I'm not sure how long I'm sticking around for, I'm desperate to explore as much of the city as possible. I'd love some advice for cool things to do or things that would make life more convenient.
I'd like some advice for cruising to do. Cool things to do or things that would make life more convenient. I'd like some advice for cool things to do or things that would make life more convenient. Biography. Convince. 説得する。
Persuade.
Persuade.
Convince.
説得する。Convince.
Convinced. Convincing.
Convincing.
Adolescence.
Adolescence. 思春期。
Given.
何々を考慮すると。
Considering.
Giving that you are late again, you are buying drinks tonight.
Given that you're late again, you're buying drinks tonight.
And again.
Given that you're late again, you're buying drinks tonight. Given that you're late again, you're buying drinks tonight.
Given that you are late again, you are buying drinks tonight.
Given that you're late again, you're buying drinks tonight.
You're You're buying drinks tonight. You're buying drinks tonight. You're buying drinks tonight.
Given that you're late again, you're buying drinks tonight.
Drinks tonight.
Purpose.
Purpose. 目的。
The whole purpose of this meeting is to give everyone an opportunity to share their ideas.
The whole purpose of this meeting is to give everyone an opportunity to share their idea on purpose. Did you do that? Did you do that on purpose or by accident? Did you do that? Did you do that on purpose or by accident?
On purpose. The whole purpose of this meeting is to give everyone an opportunity to share their ideas.
Intentionally, deliberately.
Strike something up.
Strike something at. 会話が関係始める。Do you know a good app? Do you know a good app?
Do you know a good app that I could use to strike up an online friendship? Do you know a good app that I could use to strike up an online friendship?
That's right.
Do you know a good app that I could use to strike up an online friendship?
Do you know a good app that I
could use to strike up an online friendship?
Do you know a good app that I Do you know a good app that I can? Do you know a good app that I
Do you know a good app that I could use to strike up an online friendship?
Good app. Do you know a good app? Good app. Do you know a good app? Good app that I. Do you know a good app? Good app that I can use to strike up an online friendship?
Might. Strike something up.
Strike up friendship.
Spectacular.
Strike. Spectacular. 線じゃない。Spectacular.
Spectator.
Spectator. The rooms at the new 5-star hotel are spectacular. Spectacular economic growth.
Spectacular economic growth.
Spectacular economic growth. A spectacular view.
A spectacular view. Convince.
コンビンス、説得する、納得する。
Convincing.
Convincing.
Prone.
Prone. 何々しがち？
Solo.
ソロ。一人の孤独。Is Egypt good? Is Egypt good for a solo traveler? Is Egypt good for a solo traveler?
Is Egypt good for a solo traveler?
Is Egypt good for a solo traveler?
Is Egypt good for a solo traveler? Is Egypt good for a solo traveler?
Is Egypt good for a solo traveler? Traveler?
Is Egypt good for a solo?
一人で一人の
Slightly.
なんかかすかに少しわずかに
Approximately.
Approximately. Roughly. Approximately.
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 Approximate. Approximation.
Approximation.
Fate.
運命
As fate would have it.
As fate would have it. As fate will have it.
As fate would have it.
Have it. As fate would have it.
As fate would have it.
As
fate
fate
would have
have
it.
it. Have it. As fate
would have it. Enthusiastic.
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 Spectacular.
Spectacular. 素晴らしい、見応えのある、見事な。素晴らしい、見事な。華やかな。Spectacular. Spectacularly beautiful city. Spectacularly beautiful city. Spectacularly beautiful city.
A spectacularly beautiful city. A
A spectacularly beautiful
city.
City.
A
A spectacularly beautiful
city.
city.
Make a spectacle. The show was a spectacle.
The show was a spectacular.
Excellent.
素晴らしい。Excellence. Excel.
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 Excel. Excel.
Excel.
Excel.
Excel.
Excellence.
Excellence.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Monument.
Monument. Monument って日本語で何？記念碑とか。
Monumental.
Monumental.
Splendid.
Splendid. Splendid は素晴らしい。
Impress.
Impress. 印象づけるとか感動させる。完璧。Impress. Impressive.
Impressive.
Under the impression.
Impressive.
the movie impressed me with you impressed I mean to impress a customer with my white and cream costume. The stuff the stuff mean to impress customer with white and cream costume.
Release.
解放する
Yoga helps me release stress.
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 Yoga helps me release stress. Yoga helps me release stress. Release. Stuff. Release.
Depict. Portray.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastically.
地球的になったか
Enthusiasm.
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 Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic.
Approximately.
Approximately. 大体 Approximately. Approximately. Approximate.
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 Stuff.
なんかもの。I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed.
Stuffed.
Stuffed. Stuff. Stuff, stuff, stuff. I stuffed. I stuffed bread and knife and bread in my book. I'm stuffing knife down cover. I'm stuffing knife and bread in my bag. 違うな。I'm stuffing bread and knife in my bag. I'm stuffing. Stuffing.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic. 熱狂的な。
Branch.
branch 枝分野。The tech company.
The tech company has branched out into making wearables. The tech company has branched out into making wearables.
Branch out. Branch out. It took me
way too long to pick which branch of economics to study.
It took me way too long to pick which branch or economics to study. Depict 描く。Depict.
Monet. May to August. In May, we will be transforming and furnishing a carved-out section of the gallery. The aesthetics of this luxurious space will evoke a sense of tranquility.
Depict.
Classify.
分類する。Into, you know. I don't get how they classify this as being French food. I don't get how they classify this as being French food. I don't get how.
The government classified the documents.
Government Government.
The government classified the documents.
Government classified this document.
The government classified the documents.
Classified document. Classified document. Classification.
Classification.
Classification. Classifiable.
Classifiable.
Classifiable. I don't get how they classify this as being French food.
I don't get how they classified this as being French food.
I don't get how they classify this as being French food.
Furthermore.
さらに
Stick.
Furthermore.
ですも
Secondly, minimizing the visibility of researchers reduces the danger and risk which researchers are prone to being.
Stick.
ですも stick スティックってあれだよな、その辺ばついて時間潰すみたいなやつなんだ。スティックアラウンドね、それは。
Sticker. Stick around.
Stick around. Stick around.
Stick around.
Stick around. Stick around.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Sticker.
Sticker. くっつく。ステッカーやからくっつくか。くっつく、動かない。Stick here. My leg stick here.
Process.
Process behind making
The process
beer
behind
is
making beer is actually really interesting.
Processed food. In the process of doing. In the process of doing. I'm in the process of
Procession.
Procession. A wedding procession.
Desperate.
Desperate. I desperate want a girlfriend. I desperate want a girlfriend. Sometimes I desperately want a girlfriend.
Advice.
Advice. Can you give me some advice?
Advice.
Advice. Advice.
Advice.
Advice. Advice.
Advice.
Advice.
Advice.
Advice. Can you give me some advice? Can you give me some advice?
Can you give me some advice? Convenient.
Convenient, 便利な。すごい。What time is convenient for you? What time is available? What time is convenient for you? Conveniently.
Conveniently. Convenience.
Convenience.
Contrary.
Contrary. Contrary. Contrary. Contrary. Contrary. Contrary.
Contrary.
Contrary.
What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it.
What you're telling me.
What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it.
What you're telling me is contrary.
Contrary.
Contrary. Contrary. What you are telling me is contrary to what I learned at school. What I learned at school. So I'm going to have to verify it.
What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it. What What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it. What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it.
Going had to verify it. On the contrary, I don't think she wanted to create a problem. On the contrary, on the contrary,
Contrarily. Contrarily.
Even though many experts say that fasting is not good for your health, the researcher found evidence to the contrary.
Environment.
Thank you. Everybody is quieting because of toxic work.
Predict.
予想する。
Even though Japan has experienced many earthquakes, even though Japan has experienced it's still not easy to predict. Even though Japan has experienced many earthquakes, it's still not easy to predict when the next one will come. Even though Japan has experienced many earthquakes, it's still not easy to predict when the next one will come.
Even though Japan
has experienced many earthquakes, it's still not easy to predict when the next one will come.
Even though Japan has experienced many earthquakes, it's really not easy to predict when the next one will come. The next one will come.
Even though Japan has experienced many earthquakes, it's still not easy to predict when the next one will come.
Predict that. prediction.
Stick.
Stick. くっつけ動かない。それはここにいる。くっつく動かない刺さるこれ選べスティッカースティッカースティッカー Let's go sticker.
Earth.
Sticker. Geographical. I just can't believe some people still think the earth is flat.
I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat.
I just can't believe some people still earthly.
Earthy.
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 Earthy. Earthy. The earth, the earth. An earthly smile. An earthy. I just can't breathe. I just can't breathe.
I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat. I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat. I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat.
They think that.
I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat.
They think that the earth is flat.
I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat.
They think that the earth is flat. They think that the earth is flat. Earth is the still think that they think that the earth is flat. I just can't
believe some people still think that the earth is flat.
Earth is flat. I just can't believe some people still think. I just can't believe some people still think that the earth is flat. The earth.
Surface.
Surface human. I had to wear special suits on stage because it was sleepy surface. It was such a slippery surface. On the surface.
Desperate.
Desperate. 必死でとにかく必死なとにかくdesperately desperately desperately
Desperately.
desperately
Desperately.
desperately 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 desperately
Desperately.
desperately I desperately want a girlfriend.
Encompass.
Encompass. Japanese cuisine encompass. Encompass. Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food, so you are going to need to be more specific.
Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food, so you're going to need to be more specific. Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food, so you're going to need to be more specific. Inhabitant.
Inhabitant. そっちか。
I wonder who the original inhabitants of this forest were.
I wonder who the original inhabitant of this forest were. I wonder who the original inhabitant of this forest were. I wonder who the original inhabitant. I wonder who the original inhabitant of this forest were.
I wonder who the original inhabitants of this forest were.
Inhabit. These small islands.
These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals. These
These
small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals.
Inhabited.
These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals.
Inhabited by inhabited by only a few species of animals.
Encompass.
Japanese cuisine encompasses.
Encompass.
Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food. So you're going to need to be more specific.
Contrary.
Contrary. 反対の contrary. I don't think she wanted to create a problem. I don't think she wanted to create a problem. I don't think she wanted to create a problem. On the contrary, I believe she was trying to help you.
I don't think she wanted to create a problem. On the contrary, I believe she was trying to help you.
I don't think she wanted.
Contrary.
wanted.
Material.
material 物質的な、実りのある。
The meeting went on for a good few hours, but there was no material outcome.
meaning
'The meeting went on for a good few hours, but there was no material outcome. The meeting went on for a good few hours, but there was no material outcome.
The meeting went on for a good for a few hours. I can tell what material this jacket is with. There was no material outcome.
Either.
Either. I don't think either. Either crimes rank or read. It is fine. It is fine. I don't like either of them. Either way. It is fine. Either is fine. I don't like either of them. I don't like either of them. Inhabitant. 住民 Inhabitant. I I wonder who
the original inhabitants of this forest were.
Inhabit.
These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals.
These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animal.
Uninhabited.
Uninhabited. I wonder who the original inhabitants of this forest were. I wonder who the original inhabitants of this forest were.
I wonder who the original inhabitants
of this forest were.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon 現象。Phenomena. What's this phenomenon? Gas? The popularity of K-pop groups in Japan has become a big social phenomenon. The popularity of K-pop groups in Japan has become a big social phenomenon. The popularity of K-pop groups in Japan has become a big social phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Freddie Mercury was a phenomenon. This number is just phenomenal.
Disaster.
災害。The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could be better. The event wasn't a disaster. The event wasn't a disaster,
but it
but
definitely
it
could have been
definitely
better.
couldn't be better. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could be. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
Couldn't be.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
Could have been. Could have been better. Could have been better.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
could have been better, could have been better, could have been better, could have been better, could have been better. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been
The
better.
event?
The event wasn't a
The
disaster,
band?
but it definitely could have been better.
The band wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better. 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 The event wasn't a disaster. The event wasn't a disaster, but it definitely could have been better.
Praise.
Praise 褒める
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
Praise. I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much. I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much. I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
When I get
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
when I get
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much.
I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
Praise too much. I feel uncomfortable when I get praise too much. I feel a little bit uncomfortable when I get praise too much. When I get praise.
Praise. I feel uncomfortable when I get praised too much.
Praise.
Encompass.
含む Japanese cuisine encompasses
Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food, so you're going to need to be more specific.
Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different foods, so I'm going to need to be more specific. So
Weave.
おるか I've been told this shirt is really expensive because it was woven.
I've been told that this shirt is really expensive because it was woven in Italy using some special technique.
Woven.
I've been told that this shirt is really expensive because it was woven in Italy using some special technique.
Woven in Italy. Using some special technique. Italy use. Using some special technique. weaving and out of traffic, weaving and in and out, weaving and out of traffic, weaving and out, weaving and out of traffic. Weave.
I've been told that this shirt is really expensive because it was woven in Italy using some special technique.
He kept weaving in and out of traffic, but he still couldn't get much further ahead. After me. After you.
Several.
いくつかの。We've been dating for several years. No, so I'm planning to propose soon. We've been dating for several years. We've been dating for several years now, so I'm planning to propose soon.
We've been dating for several years now, so I'm planning to propose soon. We've been dating for several years now, so I'm planning to propose soon.
Propose soon. We've been dating for several years now. We've been dating for several years. We've been dating for several years now, so I'm planning to propose soon. Propose soon. Yeah, of course.
Differ.
異なる。So does this car differ from last year's model? There are quite a few words that Brits and Americans say differently.
Difference.
Make a big difference. Make a big difference.
Contrasting.
対象
You should use contrasting colors like black and yellow if you want to attract people's attention.
Contrasting colors. You should use contrasting color like black and yellow if you want to attract people's attention.
You should use contrasting colors like black and yellow if you want to attract people's attention.
It's very interesting to see the contrast between traditional and modern culture in Japan.
It's really interesting to see the contrast between traditional and modern culture in Japan.
It's very interesting to see the contrast between traditional and modern culture in Japan. It's very interesting to see the contrast between traditional and modern culture in Japan. It's very interesting to see the contrast between traditional and modern culture in Japan. Saltiness.
The saltiness of the meat really contrasts with the sweetness of the sauce.
Interesting.
Inhabitant.
住民. I wonder who the original inhabitants. I wonder who the original inhabitants of this forest were. Inhabit. These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals.
Outstanding.
Theme.
テーマ Long hours seems to be a recurring theme in these employees' surveys.
Long hours seem to be a recurring theme in these employee surveys, so we should look into why that is. Long hours seem to be a recurring theme in these employee surveys, so we should look into why that is. Theme.
no longer or seem to be recommencing.
Deliberate.
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 Deliberate. 敵に残す。
Systematic.